Hello and welcome to the Empowering Parents series. I am JC, a speech language therapist, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today for the second episode of this series. If you are a parent or a caregiver of a child with Down syndrome, you know how important communication is for their growth, learning, and independence. But sometimes expressing themselves can be challenging. Today, I'm excited to share a tool with you that can make a difference, a communication board and app. A communication board is a simple yet powerful tool that uses pictures, symbols, and sometimes words to help children express their needs, thoughts, and emotions. It's like a bridge that helps them connect with others when verbal communication may be difficult. Now, you might be wondering, why should you consider using a communication board or app for your child? The answer lies in how these tools can unlock a child's ability to communicate more effectively, reducing frustration and giving them a sense of independence and confidence. Many children with Down syndrome experience delays in language development, making it harder for them to communicate their thoughts and needs. This can lead to frustration, challenging behavior, and feelings of isolation. Communication board or app provides an alternative way for children to express themselves. By pointing to an image, symbol, or words, they can communicate their needs and interact with others, even if they haven't yet developed speech. For instance, pointing to a picture of toilet. When they need a toilet break, help others to understand their needs and bring them to the toilet. Additionally, communication board or apps help children to express themselves in a structured visual way. This can especially helpful for children who have trouble processing verbal information or follow complex instructions. There are many ways you can integrate communication boards or apps into your child's daily life. Whether you are using a physical board or a tablet app, the key is consistency. Let's begin with simple everyday situations. Imagine it's a meal time. Your child might want to express that they want more food by pointing to a picture on the communication board or app. As they do this, you can model speech by saying, "I want more food." This simple interaction not only helps them to communicate their needs, but also gives them a chance to hear and learn the associated words and phrases.
I want more rice. I want more rice.
You can also use the communication board during playtime. For example, if your child wants to play with a specific toys or do a particular activity, they can point to the image of the toy or activity on the board to make the choice known by you. Before we go further, let's address some common myths that you might hear about using communication boards or apps. It's important to clear up this because you will feel more confidence in using these tools. The first myth, using a communication board or app will stop my child from speaking. This is one of the most biggest myths at all. The truth is, communication boards or apps are tools to support speech, not to replace it. They help children express themselves when words are yet developed. Over time, using these tools can actually encourage verbal communications by giving children the opportunity to communicate easily and practice speaking when they are ready. Think of it as providing extra support to build their confidence and language skill, not as a crutch to prevent speech. Myth number 2, my child will get confused with too many symbols or pictures. While it's true that simplicity is key, the idea that children will be overwhelmed with symbols or pictures isn't necessarily true. Communication board and app can be customized to match your child's developmental level and needs. You can start with a simple board and gradually expand the board as they become more familiar with it. Over time, they will be more comfortable using it. The goal is to create something that is manageable and helpful, not overwhelming. The beauty of these two is that you can adjust them as your child's ability grows. Myth number 3. Communication boards or apps are too complicated for parents to use. Actually, most communication boards and apps are designed to be user-friendly and intuitive. With many apps, you can start with basic functions and slowly explore the advanced features as you get more comfortable. Plus, there are plenty of online resources, tutorials, and communities to support you along the way. While it may feel like a learning curve at first, once you get the hang of it, using these two will become second nature to you and your child. Now, let's talk about how to use these communication boards or apps effectively in daily communication. Here are a few tips for you to get started. First, make it part of your child's routine. Keep the communication board or app within your child's reach during mealtime, playtime, or other activities. The more your child sees and uses it, the more they will start to understand its purpose. Second, always model the behavior. If your child points to an out-of-reach toy, demonstrate how to make the request using the communication board or app.
I want toy car.
Then, hand the app to your child so that they can give it a try. Once they do, you can fulfill their request. You can also use the communication board or app when you talk to your child. For instance, you may say and point to the picture, "I'm happy" or "I'm hungry."
I'm hungry.
Third, if your child points to a picture, you can reinforce it by saying the actual word aloud, like bowl, spoon. This can help them to make the connection between the symbol and the actual word. Fourth, give your child plenty of time to respond. Sometimes, children may need extra time to process and respond, especially when they are using communication board or app. Lastly, be patient and positive. Celebrate even the smallest achievement. Every time your child uses the board or app to express themselves, you are helping them to take a step towards a greater communication skill. Using a communication board or app can be a game changer for children with Down syndrome. It's not just about teaching them to point to pictures. It's about opening up a world of communication, connection, and independence. Whether it's for the basic needs, expressing feelings, or just being part of a family conversation, these tools can give children the power to communicate in ways that words alone may not always be helpful. So, I encourage you to explore these resources, try out a communication board on an app, and see how it helps your child in daily life. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress, connection, and creating opportunity for your child to thrive. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this information helpful. I wish you all the best on your journey with your child. If you have any question or want more resources, feel free to leave a comment or reach out. See you next time. Bye. Bye.
Bye.